everybody, and thank you so much for tuning into this channel. My name is Sydney, and you may remember me from the blue drop video that's been really popular on Instagram these days. So we're back again with the second episode of Real Talk. Last time Eunice talked about PMS and menstruation, and this time we have another topic that might be interesting to a lot of the viewers out there. Real Talk is where we share beauty and health tips along with lifestyle tips to help you have a more beautiful, happier, and healthier life. I really hope this helps you to become more beautiful on the inside and the out. So we know that a lot of the subscribers are interested in maintaining a healthy weight or losing some weight, maybe gaining some weight. So today we're going to give you some crucial information about weight and health and dieting. What we weigh and how much we eat in a day are crucial for our health, as well as being closely related. So today we want to give you some basic information about weight, calories, and the major food groups. So some of you might ask, how much should I weigh? Dieting and weight loss are always on our New Year's resolutions lists, and we're always interested in it. And many of us get stressed out every time we look at the scale. Whenever the numbers go up, we freak out. However, you shouldn't be stressed out or stop eating just simply because the numbers start to go up, because there are many factors you should consider to keep your body in its healthiest condition. Many people try to keep their weight at a certain number on the scale, regardless of their height, amount of muscles, age, and so many other factors. But this is a huge mistake. There are many factors you should consider when trying to figure out what your ideal weight should be to get in the best condition. Age, muscle fat ratio, height, sex, and bone density. There are many different ways to calculate your ideal body weight, but is there any standardized formula to calculate my ideal body weight? The answer is yes. There are 3 major ways to calculate your ideal body weight. Before we dive into the 3 different ways of calculating your ideal body weight, let's take a moment to think about skincare. We all know that taking care of your skin is just as crucial as taking care of your body. When we decide to keep the right balance for our weight, we tend to exercise a lot. And as we do, it's important to take care of our skin as well. So before we go into details, please check out our Mandelic Acid 5% Skin Prep Water that takes care of your skin from exfoliation to hydration. First, let's talk about body mass index, also known as BMI. It's the most popular ratio to figuring out your ideal body weight, and many healthcare experts use it on a regular basis. It is the measure of your weight in relation to your height. BMIs differ in relation to your gender, bone mass, and muscle mass, and there is no single BMI that is ideal for all people. You simply divide your weight in pounds and 2 times your height in inches and multiply that by 703. People with a BMI of less than 18.5 are considered as underweight. BMI of between 18.5 and 25 is ideal. Somebody with a BMI between 25 and 30 is classified as overweight. A person with a BMI of over 30 is obese. The waist to hip ratio is another useful metric we can also use. We can calculate this by dividing our waist at the narrowest point to our hips at the widest point. In women, ideally, this ratio should be up to 0.8 to lower risk of developing heart and circulation problems. In men, ideally, this index should fall below 0.9. The last measurement is waist to height ratio, dividing our waist inches to our height inches. Now, let's move on to basic food groups and calories. Another question that we always have about diet is how much calories I should take per day. We've learned it back when we were in school, but we always forget it. We eat every day, But how many calories are we having per day? Please remember that gender, age, and activity level affect your recommended daily calorie intake. And this is just the very standardized recommended calories. If you want to lose weight, you must eat fewer calories than you burn each day. But please remember that people who lead more active lifestyles and those who want to gain weight will need to consume more calories. Now, let's talk about the basic food groups that most of the food we consume falls under. The grain food group is comprised of two subgroups: whole grains and refined grains. It is often the largest category in nutrition guides. For example, wheat, rice, oats, barley, bread, and pasta. Grains include beans, for example, soybeans and baked beans, as well as legumes such as lentils and chickpeas. Grains are a good source of starch and are often categorized with other starchy foods, such as potatoes. The USDA recommends that at least half of the grains you consume should come from whole grain sources. Women aged 50 or younger should consume 6-ounce equivalents of grains each day, while those over 50 should reduce their daily intake to 5-ounce equivalents. Similarly, men through the age of 30 and under 50 require 7-ounce equivalents, and men over the age of 50 only just 5-ounce equivalents of grains each day. Now let's talk about vegetables. Vegetables are sometimes categorized as fruits and sometimes are inclusive of legumes. It's typically a large category, second to grains. Some examples are spinach, carrots, onions, peppers, and broccoli. According to USDA guidelines, moderately active women and men between the age of 19 and 50 should consume 2.5 and 3 cups of vegetables per day, respectively. And adults over the age of 50 should reduce their daily intake by half a cup. Next up, we have fruits. Fruits are sometimes categorized with vegetables, and they include apples, oranges, bananas, berries, and so many more. Fruits contain carbohydrates, mostly in the form of sugar, as well as important minerals and vitamins. The USDA generally recommends filling half of each mealtime plate with fruits and vegetables. The amount of fruit you consume each day depends on your age, gender, and activity level. Moderately active men of any age and moderately active women up to the age of 30 should get 2 cups of fruit per day, while moderately active women past the age of 30 require half a cup less. Now let's talk about our protein foods. Sometimes labeled as meat and occasionally inclusive of legumes, beans, and eggs, some examples of protein are fish, chicken, pork, turkey, and beef. The USDA emphasizes choosing lean poultry and meat, as well as consuming a variety of protein foods to enhance the overall nutritional quality of your diet. The USDA also recommends that for non-vegetarians, at least 8 ounces of protein per week should come from seafood. Through the age of 30, most women require 5.5-ounce equivalents of protein per day, while women over the age of 30 should reduce their daily intake by ½ ounce. Men aged 19 to 30 need 6.5-ounce equivalents of protein per day. Through the age of 50, men require 6 ounces of protein per day, while men over the age of 50 should reduce their daily intake by another ½ ounce. And last, we have dairy, also called milk products, and they include milk, butter, yogurt, cheese, and cream. All types of yogurts and milk, as well as most cheeses, are a part of the dairy group, as well as calcium-rich milk-based desserts such as ice cream and pudding. The dairy food group is mostly comprised of dairy products that are high in calcium. To limit your intake of saturated fats, the USDA recommends consuming low-fat and fat-free dairy products. Moderately active men and women of all ages should consume 3 cups of food from the dairy food group each day. Okay guys, I know that was a lot of information to take in, but if you need, just replay the video as many times as you need and take away all of the really great tips we gave you today. Thank you so much for watching. This was my first time, and I hope to see you guys again soon. Remember, comment down below, like, and subscribe.